Hello everybody, and welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club. It's not really been a while, has it? No, I guess it hasn't. In fact, I think this video came out yesterday. Probably. I don't know. I'm recording this at 2 in the morning, so don't mind the hair. But I came to the realization there's a Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, which I didn't know about, because Steam just recommended the original to me. So I upgraded to that, because apparently there's more content and better graphics. So yeah, that's what we're playing now. And I went through and did everything the exact same as before. So yeah, I'm all the way caught up. I don't need this. Return. Okay. Now, who do we show our poem to next? Well, let's go with Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Sorry, I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay, this is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Oh, come on. So it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kinda learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques to go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do! I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily. As if it's that rare as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? That's called irony. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Okay. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Uh-huh. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Ian. Really? You must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. It's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Oh, man. Changing voices is weird. What do not, Suki? Why not? Well, it's what I expect from someone like you. Well, that's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyways, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. It's a good poem right there. Yeah, I told you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't that the point of poems, for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly! I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Yeah, that really hit me hard. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. The only nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Or the other nice thing. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. Guess more went to that than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who should I show my poem to next? Well, I guess the last one. Alright. Oh my goodness, this is so good, Ian! Huh? I love it! I had no idea you were such a good writer! Sayori? You must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez, Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Huh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's an Ian poem. And that makes it feel extra special. That's because it is. It's extra special. People don't get that. This YouTube video is extra special because I'm part of it. I'm the one in the creation process here. The recording, the editing, the thumbnail. Me. And that makes it, yeah. Like I could feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. Not Siri. God. I'm really happy you wrote one. Just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See, it's like I said before, Ian. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only real good old people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motives here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. Is there more? I want breakfast. Was there more on one of the others? I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast! Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monika's the best! Yeah, I know, right? She really is. Monika, hear me out. I know you're watching this video, Monika. You, me, Applebee's? Why was Applebee's the best thing I could come up with? Call me. The next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Whew. Guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little bit more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. Sigh. I guess that's what I end up getting into every day. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. Natsuki, what's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? Oh, because humans can try. I got you, Natsuki. I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't really come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Ian did too. So based on that, I'm glad to give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Ian liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That music! That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Ian appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do I know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No! If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do cutesy. Oh no, she did. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Ian started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Oh, I don't know how to do that. I'm not gonna try and do both their voices at the same time. I can barely remember which voice is which. I don't like fighting, guys! Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they noticed I was standing there. Ian! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning that it should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Let me explain that to Ian. Wait! There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Ian? Wow! How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So, of course, that's going to be... I don't want to get on either of their bad sides. But if I had to choose... it would be Yuri. But I don't want... I'm gonna go with Yuri. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri? You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, that's... But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're simply putting feelings into it and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I can't think of a voice for her. Natsuki, I think that's enough. We're just gonna leave her a bass voice, even though she's the one I want. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fist. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayori, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki, she really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri! How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Ian, you're too kind. I'm thankful to have you as a part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, never do anything so shameful. So, huh? What thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm going to make some tea. Good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Ian, how about you? I forgot to do their voices. Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you can learn something from one of your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better! I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems that everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. Nodded myself with newfound determination. Ian, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Man, is that her voice? I can't remember. Sayori beams me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? Between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No, no, no. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I could see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew, you know, Ian, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you, too. Every day is going to be so much fun! Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, just have to wait and see what the future holds, you Sayori. We'll just have to wait and see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulders. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. New poem time, okay. Alright, I gotta remember the well poem. I want a good poem. Something about a hole. Something about a hole. Something about a hole. Dream. Page. Whirlwind. Philosophy. Charm. Comfort. Ambient. Intellectual. Promise. Aura. Vibrant. Vivid. Romance. Oh, romance was wrong there. Fester. Passion. Vivacious. Infallible. Meager. Determination. Crimson. I think that was a pretty good poem. I think that was one of my better poems. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Ian! Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. Still just not used to being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simplest things with you. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all! I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Huh? Why that, all of a sudden? No reason, really. Just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents go onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair! How'd you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so it only leaves the one option. I give up! Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Huh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri! Tell Ian to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and I have to accept the revolution. Retribution. That! Still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow! What was that? A cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? Sayori, no. I guess I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki! It's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Stop it, Sayori! God! I'm gonna kill Sayori. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good! Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. I had to stop. I was trying to do a girlish voice and it just came out all fucked. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours really looks good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate! Yeah, what do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Jeez, I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mm-hmm. Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori? Huh? Natsuki glances around. Monika's in the club room. Where's Monika anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Huh? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Huh? Monika chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monika quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring, at least. You must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? That wasn't where you played music as well, Monika. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monika. Monika looks at me. Maybe once I get a bit better, I will. Yay. That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Monika. Of course that's so. Of course. You and me will do a duet. I'll learn an instrument. Actually, I know how to play guitar. We can work something out. I got you, Monika. Just call me. Call me. Anytime. Any place. I mean, it's 1:48. I don't know if you can tell, but it's 1:48 in the morning for me right now. I've been awake since 11. I'm pretty much awake all the time. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Ian. Monika smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry, I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks, I didn't really miss anything, did I? No, not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. Sure, Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. Looks like almost everyone has settled down. Looks like everyone has already settled down. Man, I can't read. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I'd feel bad for distracting her from her reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she knows me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. That only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about, anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright? Just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Ian? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, you do not just become someone... When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals. Got spit on my lips. They have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be naive, or the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then, but I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writings fill my thought, I forget to pay attention to other people, so I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? And slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? She looks uncomfortable. You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk up until it's against Yuri's, then hold the book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a bit, her shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right to hold the book open. No, I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm and the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page? Oh, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. Glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does, like she's afraid to do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. Let's see. Yuri remained silent for a moment. But Ian, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. It's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? I can't control it, man. Listen, I don't know why I'm even, like, flirting with you and stuffs. You're not the focus. You're not the focus. Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kinda down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. Oh, it's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her head from the book, causing it to close on the top of my thumb. Alright. Guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I read a little bit more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright, I stand up, I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Alright, Monika! Hi again, Ian! How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. Wrong again. This is a masterpiece. I wrote this specifically for you. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. Give my poem to Monika. Alright, great job, Ian! I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. Yeah! Yeah! Not sure why, but I didn't expect for you to go for something so deep. Guess I underestimated you. It's easy for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Damn it! Fuck! It's not what I was going for. Fuck. What kind of writing do you like? God, you're so hard to get a read on. Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyzing all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. Never really asked, though. Sure, I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. I'll just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. But anyway, you want to read my poem now, right? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? Guess it's just the way I write. I'm gonna be going for abstract next time. Got it. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. Kinda like playing with my space on paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. Still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. Right on, Monica. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. What is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. You're right, though. I'll save. Thanks for listening. Alright, I'll go with Yuri. No, we're gonna go with Yuri. She's gonna really like this one. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Yeah. How did you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. Really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It's probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing just makes me really happy. You saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself, and besides, people just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night, while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread. My subconscious was well aware of the consequence. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian condition. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can begin to imagine what this poem's about. I can't begin. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions to them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? But because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Ian? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Yeah. I know that was Yuri saying it, I just didn't feel like changing the voice. I'll try. Even if it's difficult sometimes and some things make us uncomfortable, after all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Yeah, she does tend to rant, doesn't she? Natsuki. I liked your last one better. Really? Well, yeah, I can tell you were a little more daring with this one, but you're really not good enough for that yet. I fell flat. That may be true, but I just wanted to try something different. Still figuring this all out. I always like poems that aren't trying too hard. Hate when people try to sound fancy or add more meaning just by using annoying and complicated language. Just make it simple, cute, and to the point. Yuri's head over heels for all this cryptic nonsense, but I see right through that BS. Making your reader look so hard for all this deep meaning is just an excuse to have no meaning at all. Guess that's one way to look at it. Well, everyone has their own opinion, but my opinion is the best opinion. I'm sure you figured that out already. Anyway, here's my poem. Maybe you'll learn something. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. That's right, you tell everyone. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. Hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course. It's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Weird hobby! You know who else? Ooh, something that you're afraid if people find out they make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. That's funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Yeah. She said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things. Really? Well, and Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her or anything. Natsuki has trouble finding words. I guess I tried not to be so mean to her. She feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff. I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it, sounds like she's learned her lesson. Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing. Man, it's starting to hurt my voice. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a poem, a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. Yeah, me too. Show it to Sayori, shall we? Ooh, I like this one, Ian. There's some nice feelings in it. I'm glad. Still though, your tone makes it sound like you liked yesterday's poem better. I guess you caught me. Sometimes you know me a little too well for my own good. Well, don't just try to be nice about it. If I'm doing a bad job, then I'd rather just hear it. No, I still like this one, I promise. I wouldn't lie to you, Ian. Never, ever. Yeah, I guess so. What made yesterday's poem so great compared to this one, then? I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad, but that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Me like? That's what... I don't know, I'm too tired for this. Ugh. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Oh, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Huh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll just try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. Guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet! Yeah, I like things that are happy and sad and things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can't see you like anything, something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. Sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain, can help give the rain cloud a little hug. Whoa, and make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. Huh? It is? Not Sayori! Stop it! Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Ian. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle is starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down come the bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hidden in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging. Scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through the locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Did they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who weren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 inside my head. Yeah, holy crap, Sarah, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monika taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Oh, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. Even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? Hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die! Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. Wonder if this is one of those times. And seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Okay, everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Oh, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Monika? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Not Siri. Are you kidding me, Monika? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared the poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire the others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun! That's right! And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. Guess that leaves me no choice. Not Siri, goddammit. Maybe it won't activate now that I've thrown my phone. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monika have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out of it. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. Guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I really don't have a choice. That's everyone! You're the best, Yuri! This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No, wait, Monika? This is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry, I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monika flips her notebook to front to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monika begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monika. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monika finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monika takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monika. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Oh, Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quietly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called Afterimage of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happened when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she's bewildered even herself. It's time for me to save this situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her. We were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks up to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew, through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Ian liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? Came out so nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that the other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. Huh? I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours which were sort of gentle delivery, or with that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little bit more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. The next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay! Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Ian. It's not like I can compare it to you guys anyways. Might as well let Ian lower everyone's standards a little bit before I have to do it. Okay, fuck you, Natsuki. Fuck you. Okay. Fuck you. Natsuki. It's fine. It's fine. Might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. Okay? And also, fuck you, Natsuki. Fuck you. I'm about to raise the bar, not lower it. Fuck you. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. Stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Oh, fuck you. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called, Why are you looking at me? Because you're presenting? Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting her poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if it's giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Oh well, you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people. I mean, doing it in front of the other people would be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. When it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it'd be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you don't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. Might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Good. You, me, my bedroom, later. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone, I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nice so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monika, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club. Yeah, if it's for the sake of getting with Monika and impressing Monika. My character's starting to learn. Then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Whoa. You go fuck yourself. That's right, Natsuki. And Monika, don't you worry about her. She's my side piece. Don't even worry about it. Jeez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. Must be a little nice, though. Well, I'm not supposed to respond to that. It's okay, and you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori? Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. Like how we get to, Sayori fumbles with her words. Let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Oh? I care too much about people's feelings. Oh, God. But would I walk home with Yuri? I would. I'd walk Yuri home. Over Sayori. Walking home with Yuri, huh? What does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I'd feel awful turning her down, so... Isn't she beautiful? Isn't she so beautiful and smart? That's nothing to do with what I just said. You admitted it. Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe. But I just like to think about it. Not long before you won't need me anymore, you know. Need you? Sayori? Can't figure out what you're seeing or how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. It's my chair. Yeah, my chair is leaning forward all the way. It's just broken. Okay. The conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. Can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. I wouldn't. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Yeah, that's right. Me and Monika walking home together. Alright. Let's get this done. So, abstract, right? Unstable. Eternity. Covet. Destiny. Existence. Journey. Uncontrollable. Universe is very abstract. Starscape, unrestrained. Ooh, Starscape. Effulgent? What does that even mean? We'll go with that. Infallible, vacation, infallible. Vibrant. Infinite, that's a good one. Judgment. Embrace. Lust. Oh, well, lust probably wasn't a good one. Spend enough time during the poem minigame for the music to restart, I'm guessing. Desire. Melancholy? No! What did it click? No! I didn't mean to double click! No! Fuck. Vitality. And that? No! No, we're not gonna leave it just yet. Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked into. You practicing piano again? Hold up. Oh, let's see what time it is. 27. Oh my god, I've been going for over an hour. That means I want to at least see her reaction to my poem. Yeah, you must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't all for you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah, I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monika, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? It's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. You're saying they don't like squid? You don't like squid? You, of all people? I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you, of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monika. Huh? That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for the now, okay? Fine, fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyways. Excuse me? Where's Sayori anyways? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. Walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. Huh? You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? No, of course. Why wouldn't it be? Just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. If you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning my back towards everyone else. Turning my back to her, facing everyone else. But the conversation has already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monika if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must have been spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monika, who's shuffling through some papers at her desk. Ian, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? What do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monika peers across the room at Sayori, who's idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there is something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the only one, or the one asking you, Ian. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No, it's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. I also care about her well-being with my club members, you know. Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Huh? You sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. You sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing up with a person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? Saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Ian. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? I know she's into me. I'm not into her. I'm into Monika. Well, I probably shouldn't say it too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know. Huh? She's been so much happier ever since she joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori's always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been. You're so funny, Ian. You thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful because that's how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her so you try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monika smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monika stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her, and why am I letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. If there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monika, why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly I notice Yuri peering at me from above her book, but she looks away just quickly with a flushed look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. Never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now, it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her on. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How were you even able to tell I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring at anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that, I swear I did. I'm not creepy. In any case, I guess you were right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are the only concerns of those who are willing to share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I'd be glad to listen. It's really not that big of a deal. She's just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, it's quite romantic. Huh? Sorry. Didn't mean to say anything stupid. It's not that, I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have been friends for a long time, so... I see. Perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Ian, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. There are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. So you think that there may be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on in her head, and she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too. I also feel some concern for her, but in your case, it looked like she was fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? Huh, I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes, a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. Trust me, Sayori and I, not a thing. Side piece. Side piece. See my side piece, you feel me? You're next in line if Monika and I don't work out. Okay? She the side piece. Don't even worry. That is, I think that she'd be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy. So I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. Felt you, brother. Not nearly as sophisticated as you. It's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah, I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyways. Why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. You mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Nice mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a sec? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. Let's go. I'm going to plug this into the teacher's desk and we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks. I'll be right back. Might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? Yuri was going to make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monika. We're just filling the water pitcher. Okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. It's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? Monika, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping it involve Ian in club activities? Okay, I understood that right. Huh? My mouth gapes. Yeah, I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Ian. She wants her alone time with Ian. But you don't talk to Monika like that. Alright? We'll take this outside. I ain't afraid to boom! 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 I didn't mean to hit you. Sorry. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri, something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. Wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monika to judge people like that. Ian, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Ian, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing the best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah, shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Ian, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Actually, I've heard of oolong tea. I want to try it. Is that actually real? I think I've only ever heard of it in an anime, so I'm assuming it's real. Where can I get some? Oolong tea. Interesting. Okay, we now know where we can get oolong tea. Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. Shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I'd try to express myself a little bit more. Turns out, it's not very hard for me to do, when it's you who's around anyway. Listen, I will still beat you for talking to Monika. Don't get me wrong. Don't dare talk to Monika like that. Ever again. But thank you. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Ian. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I'll watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Ian, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Huh? Why's that? It's a little easier on my back. I can read my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? Wonder why that is. It's most likely because your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading. Yes, that's what it is. I have terrible reading posture. No other habits or anything. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I keep hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I sit against the wall, teacups at our side. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup, holding it with my hand that's... Stop it, Siri! I didn't even realize I'd picked my phone back up. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus, because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. Put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. I'm sorry, I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. It's okay, I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri's already totally focused on reading again. Take a chocolate candy and pop it in my mouth. Then I take another chocolate, and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if this situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks to me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Ian? Sorry, I guess I shouldn't have done that. Well, you were just helping. Something that friends do, right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah! That's all it was. Yeah. Then, you don't need to stop or anything. See. What else can I put in there? Asking for a friend. Situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. Feel her hot breath on my fingers. Oh! We were getting erotic, Monika. What are you... I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Monika. I'm sorry. I promise I'll never, ever raise my voice again. And you and I can be in that position next time. Okay, everyone. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Ian, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah, Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bags of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. Get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Yeah. Now, Monika. Monika has to see the poem. Hi, Ian. Have you thought about what you want to submit to your perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure, but whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure, I'll let Monika take the poem I'm holding in my hands. This one's good. I feel like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? Fuck me! Oh, I know I didn't Oh! I don't want Yuri, I swear! I guess so. Can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like the light turns on inside of her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversations out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just meant that I wished she didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that, you must be pretty into her. No. Not into her, into you. She's the side one. The first side one. Other girl, I've already forgotten her name again. Sayori? I think that's it. Sayori? That's the double side piece. She's side piece 2. You must be pretty into her. No, you completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyways. You don't gotta do me like that, okay? Monika kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day, I search. I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day, the wind ceases to blow, I fall, then I fall, and fall, and fall even more. Gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless, but a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look in her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. That was good! You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get philosophy, huh? I can do that. But it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see, I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you know that better than anyone. I mean, one-dimensional. Oh, yeah, that. Anyway, Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier, because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things they can work on. And it's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, and with that, we will be ending it for today. So, if you guys did enjoy, please do leave a like, subscribe, comment your favorite part down below. I will be coming back for part 3 very shortly, I swear. This game is actually super fun. So yeah, I really hope we have a good time with this one. I hope you guys enjoy it. Peace! So I clicked quit, and like a weird BIOS thing loaded. Now it says do this to log in, so we're gonna... What? Music? Oh, I can... What's going in my playlist? Oh, there's... Sweet. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Pictures? Oh! Well, would you look at that? It's like wallpapers and stuff. You set that as the wallpaper right there. Oh, and then it's all the poems that I've had so far. Oh, look at that! Wait a fucking second. Wait a fucking second. Write a poem for Yuri. Write a poem for Sayori. So the first one, it worked well with Sayori and with Yuri. And this one's worked really well with Yuri so far. So are you telling me I've been all wrong from the get-go? Am I gonna have to... Oh no. Okay. I'm gonna have to figure out something. Well, that's cool. Yeah, that's kind of sick. Select the word horror during the poem game. Oh, that's how I got this. Cool. Okay, so... Interesting. Secrets. I have no secrets. CGs. I don't know what that means. Poems. Wallpapers. Yeah. Mail? No mail. Files? This is scratch disk. Wow. Oh. Interesting. Side stories. These are stories of friendship that are unrelated to the events of the main game. To get all 6 side stories, try writing poems for different characters and viewing their special scenes. In the DDLC, whatever that means. Oh, the Doki Doki Literature Club. Gotcha. Interesting. Huh. I'll do these. I'll do those. And then this loads the DDLC, right? Yeah. Okay, that's cool. That's interesting. Yeah, hold up. Yeah, that's so cool. I actually got the time and everything. Well, yeah, I thought that was interesting. So, glad I recorded. I'm sorry I didn't get the BIOS part, but yeah. See you guys next time.